Hello Tube Dwellers and welcome to the live stream from me and Samurai Quack as always. So James, you're alive and first, although Aria apparently denies that fact. You two are going to have to fight, obviously. Codex, nice. Okay, Kirito, hello, welcome to the live stream. Alright, so as always, we're going to be doing sub-battles, and again, as always, I keep forgetting to mention this, but I really should, just for people who aren't aware, the sub-battles are no gimmicks, no Lilith, and today we're going to try to get back to the old style of sub-battles, which is less focused on, you know, top-tier meta decks, win-win-win, and more focused on making use of underused cards, unusual decks, interesting strategies, that kind of thing. So, please try not to bring any of, like, the top meta cards, just try to bring something fun and enjoyable, and we'll see how it goes. Eric, hello! James, you went first in the chat. Fair enough, either way. So the June event is out at the moment. I have the thing open here just to show me what's up. And as you can see here, we've got a whole new sequence of things. So once again, as with the last lot, it's a 3-stage thing. So this one finishes in 2 days. And then it'll, from the 6th until the 13th, is the second round. And then the 13th until the 20th, it's the third round. In the exact opposite to last event, this month's event is the first week is the best, not the last week. No Fene, don't forget that, people. Well, I would prefer people not to use Fene because of her, you know, stupid, oh, surprise, you didn't win after all ability. But I'm not going to hold people to that one. Although apparently it is beginning to be chanted, so... Anyway, yes, so if you have a whole bunch of gems saved up and you really want, say, a Dark Nerva +1, Demon Lord Farka gold +1 for the polymorph decks. If you didn't get your guaranteed Light Elf Hero Triss +1, now's an opportunity for you to try. You're not going to succeed, but you never know. A normal Dark Gifted Engineer's Eye would actually not be too terrible, but unfortunately the +1 actually makes him a little worse. So still go with that. On the other hand, you may want to save up your gems for next month. So far, my prediction as far as Duel of Summoners are coming true. They have just released the final booster pack SFN on Duel of Summoners. So next month, if they stick to their schedule, we should get a new booster pack in Duel of Summoners, which means a new booster pack in Mabinogi Duel. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. We shall see. In the meantime, if you don't think that that's particularly likely, then you could do worse in trying to pull for the Dark Nervas, Light Elf Hero Triss, Demon Lord Farkas, and so on and so forth. Beatrice is also not terrible. She's pretty good. And the special edition variant's pretty nice looking. That's if you get any of that, of course. Well, you probably won't. Oh, the bonus chances. Oh, they are so terrible. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there's anything really else to go in there. You got standard daily logins, which is going to give you the Mage Marie Color Mutant Special Edition, which is nice for collectors, but pretty pointless for everything else. And then, of course, they've got their standard ripoff, you know, 990 dual coins for this, that, and the other thing. So please don't spend money on dual coins. It ruins it for the rest of us. Special edition Beatrice summons special edition angels. Does she indeed? That's well, that's kind of fun. James, which do you think is better, Chief of Staff Ash or Dust? Both of them are pointless without the other, and unfortunately, since their nerf last year, both of them are pretty bad. But yeah, you can't really play one without the other. In PvG, you used to play Dust, I think it was. I'll double check that. There used to be that you could play one of them in PvG, even after the nerf. Pretty sure it was... I'm not actually sure which one. I think they've been nerfed again since then. I'm pretty sure one of them activated at the end of the turn. I think it was Dust used to activate at the end of the turn, even after the first of the nerf rounds. So people would use her because it was guaranteed to go off. These days, of course, they're just pointless because they're not going to survive for until the next turn. Clap, double a teed. Okay, I'm not sure if you're recommending something or what, but okay, double a teed. Yes. Okay, so let me get the poster note and stuff. James, hope I guess this is the stream. This is the stream for you. Good night. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by for the 5 minutes. Have a nice sleep. All right. So sub battle. So once again, the rules are no gimmicks, no Lilith. A lot of people are shouting for no Fene, but I'm not going to hold people to that. And try to use stuff that's not the standard meta deck. So try to use something a little bit unusual if you can. So yes, I can't give out any gems. I'm going to be gem gifts because I don't have any. I'm going to be saving up all of my gems and not purchasing any boosters until next month, just in case we do get the new booster set, which may happen. All right, so Kenji's up, Aria's up, Kirito's up. All right, let's go Kenji, Aria, whoops, Kirito. Aria not facing pros. You've got to stop signing up for things and then specifying. Okay. All right, so Saosin, no, sorry. All right, so we'll go Kenji versus Kirito. All right, so I say this every time, Aria, but if you're going to set restrictions on your sub-battle thing, then you're going to have to organize a fight with somebody else by yourself, and then let me know that you know, you and your opponent. But I can't do separate things for different requirements of people. So Kenji versus Kirito marksman first, and then Aria can figure out who he wants to fight in his own time. If anybody else wants to get involved in the sub battle, do let me know. If anybody wants to, oh yeah, that was for the PVG thing, wasn't it? If anybody wants me to take a look at their decks and critique them, let me know. I think that's the critique deck, isn't it? That was the last one somebody submitted. Yes. So there we go. Aria already has a newbie deck, so yeah, fair enough. Neilton, yo, what's up? A gift from Leech, thank you, Leech. I appreciate it. If we do get a new booster set next month, then that's all. Every little bit of gem is going to go towards that, and then hopefully we can get some new videos out there. Neilton, Noemi wants to fight. Okay, Noemi. Alrighty. Gin Tonics, hello, welcome. El Muerto, hey dude, there's going to be collab cards. There's been no announcement of collab cards. Not to my knowledge anyway. Let me just double check. I am on their announcement thing. Yeah, no announcements of any collab cards. I'm not saying there definitely isn't going to be any, but they haven't announced any yet. I'm really just focused on next month. I'm really hoping the Duel of Summoners keeps up with its once a month booster pack release, because that will force Mabinogi Duel to do the same thing. So fingers crossed for that. I mean, there's always the chance that Duel of Summoners is just going to stop doing its monthly releases and it's going to start finally focusing on bug fixes and things like that, but fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Alright, so we have Kenji versus Kirito marksman first, and then Noemi versus somebody. Aria would also like to face somebody who is new. Neilton would like to request a newbie fight. Okay, well, Noemi versus Aria then. You guys can do a newbie fight. So I'll just write that down. Alright, so Kenji versus Kirito marksman, then Noemi versus Aria newbie fight. Remember that if you're doing newbie fights, you've got to be using heroes, cards, decks that a newbie would be likely to use. So no Fabicias, no Materials, nothing like that. Clap, wanted me to take a look at the deck. Okie dokie. 602, 1B, 48. Overwrite. And share. Okay, so this, yeah, all right. So it's a gimmick deck, and I don't review gimmick decks, I'm afraid, because they are cancerous to the meta. Eric, I will create a deck right now. I want to fight too. Okie dokie. I will write you down then. Eric, Daniel versus somebody. All right, so we have 5 people signed up so far. If we can get a 6th, then that'll be 3 fights, and that'll be good for round 1. So if anybody else wants to get involved in the sub-battles, it is no gimmick, no Lilith. A lot of people are requesting no Fene. I'm not holding people to that. And don't use top-tier meta decks. We don't want to see Fabicia, Materio, King of Prophets, Magician, Masterfield, Lilith, all that kind of stuff. It's very powerful, yes, but it's also very simplistic and very boring. So if possible, try to run a deck that's just fun or interesting or unique, or you've found a particular mechanic that you want to explore or show off to people. Something like that. Just something that you can enjoy playing. So not top-tier meta stuff, because frankly, after the 5th or 6th battle in a row featuring Fabicia, people are getting a little bit tired, which is understandable. Just noticed, actually, Mind Canary looks like a slightly evil version. Samurai Quack. Look at that. It's like Samurai Quack's evil step punk cousin. Alrighty, well, while we're waiting for somebody else to sign up then to fight Eric Daniel, I think we can probably just make a start on the fights. So, Kenji versus Kirito Marksman. Let's say alphabetical, so Kenji facing forward. Let's spin the duck. Breakdance that duck. More forward than backwards. So, Kenji, please send a battle request to Kirito Marksman. Kenji, send a battle request, please. When you're online. You don't appear to be... Oh, no, you are. There you are. George, morning. Hello. Afternoon for me. So, yes, Kenji and Kirito both online. Kenji, please send a battle request to Kirito. I'll just keep doing this. Once again, I really wish we had the dual link system. Hey, good, the transition. Samurai Quack is gimmick. No gustar. You take that back. Okay. Oops, there we go. Alrighty, so Kirito Marksman up at the top with the School Hero, no mutants. Kenji down the bottom with the L Hero, 1 mutant. Goes for the charge up, and Kirito's going to drop his Living Mushroom. So it looks like this is going to be take 3 on the Living Mushroom deck. Kenji goes for a Book of Knowledge, which means that he's ready to level up to 2. Kirito goes for the charge. He's also ready to level up to 2 thanks to that damage and charge experience. Kenji levels up to 2. That Living Mushroom just continues to chip away at Kenji, giving Kirito Marksman a fairly decent 6 HP lead. And out comes the elephant in front of an empty slot. Same with the elf. Kirito Marksman's turn could bring out a Goblin Shredder to deal with one of those threats. Goes for the Mushroom Frenzy, which brings out a Living Mushroom and a Mushroom on the far right-hand side. So all players have basically put cards now in front of empty slots, although in Kirito Marksman's case, of course, it was just a randomized thing. Drag to Hell comes out, kills one of the Living Mushrooms rather than the standard Mushroom, which Kirito's probably not too happy about. Out comes a Light Elephant, not placing it in front of the Mushroom on the far right-hand side, which may have been a good decision, because obviously, you know, if the Elephant smacks into that, it's going to get some bonuses. It's Alexis. I'll do some duel someone. Alrighty, you can fight Eric Daniel then. So it's Alexis. There we go. Alright, so Kenji with just a billion elephants and elves right now. So that's what? 2 elves, 1 light, 1 normal, 2 elephants, 1 light, 1 normal. Out comes Susano. That's going to... Now, will it activate? Consumes 2, yes it will. So it'll activate, not kill everybody, but it will weaken them quite nicely. Kenji's turn now, nothing really there. Oh, Survival Instinct, very interesting. So going for the buff there. Gonna go for, right, Explosion then, and that's going to do, wow, serious amount of damage out to Kirito Marksman. Very, very interesting, with the Survival of the Fittest, coupled with the, what was that, Survival Instinct? Hunting Instinct? Survival Instinct. So Survival Instinct coupled with Survival of the Fittest. Interesting. Kirito Marksman's turn. Susano doesn't have enough energy to activate and kill everybody, but the Hellhound's going to come out, and that's going to clear the board off, because the Survival Instinct has, of course, worn off. And that's 10 damage coming out from Susano. Kenji's turn goes for the level up to 3. He's still facing down fatal damage, though. He's got to get rid of that Susano at the very least. Outcome, okay, that's an interesting choice there. Susano does have enough to reactivate once again, and of course between, you know, that and, well, I mean, the activation doesn't really make any difference. Neogenia Palace Guard is going to die regardless. Kirito could have gone for a removal, chose not to, went for the kill instead. And Kenji is now facing down fatal damage once again. Susanoo's ability is not going to activate, I think, unless... No, because he generates at the beginning of the turn, doesn't he? Alright, so down goes the Hellhound, thanks to the command hunting rather, but that still leaves fatal damage out on the field in the form of Susanoo. Let's see, Kenji says good job, so I think I'm just going to go for the slap, fair enough. Slap, slap. Which takes Kirito down to 4, not quite enough, and Kenji forfeits. So, very, very close fight there, and a very interesting one, Living Mushroom Susanoo deck versus a Survival deck. So, congrats to Kirito, and that was an excellent start, I think, both very, very entertaining decks. Aria, I hope the Living Mushroom deck doesn't have a copyright or I'm dead. Well, Saosin 0, thank you for the gems. I appreciate it. That's going to go towards the hopeful new booster set next month. Fingers crossed on that. Okay, so an excellent beginning to the fight there. Two very, very cool decks. Next up, Noemi versus Aria. So Aria obviously facing forward because of alphabetical. Don't worry about it. More backwards than forwards. So, Noemi, please send a battle request to Aria. Noemi, send a battle request to Aria. I will wait here. Good game, says Kenji, and I agree. Very good game, very interesting. Saosin doing some work there. The Living Mushroom's still not quite getting there, though. Not quite pulling their weight. Eric Daniel, I have one. I think it won't work, but, well, I don't have weird cards. That's fine. It's Noemi versus Aria, and then it's going to be you, Eric, versus it's Alexis. So please make sure that everybody has everybody else added to their friends lists. Okay, there's Aria online. Neil Tan, IGN, please. I have a suspicion that you guys have fought each other before. So you may already have each other added, but just so that you know, that's Aria's username. Whoops. Nope, he's gone. Oh no, they're transitioning, so I was right. Huzzah! Kenji, I'm up for a new battle. Alright, let me just... in here. Soongawky, C1J, let's test my Tyron deck. Okay, so how about Kenji versus Soongawky newbie fights? So, Kenji versus Soongawky, okay. And we'll have a... because Tyrion's kind of a newbie sort of card. So there we go. Alright, so, Elephant comes out, Ambush Vine answers the Elephant, and it's back to Aria's turn. Noemi using Defender Hero, could be using a Mutant, I'm not sure, I didn't notice whether or not her ability activated. And Aria using the Neutral Hero plus 2 Mutants. Suspicious Peddler comes out, so that obviously discourages Noemi from from removing it with a spell. Aria's not quite ready to level up, so goes for the charge. No reason to do anything else when you have battlefield control. The Suspicious Peddler is going to keep chipping away at Noemi, and the Elephant is of course going to kill the Ambush Vine before it dies. Noemi takes the level up lead, but Aria follows suit, and thanks to the extra damage, manages to take an EXP lead. Out comes the Cursed Doll in front of the Suspicious Peddler, an interesting choice there. And... Hunter Piole in front of the Elephant. Alright, so Aria could place a creature in the middle and then remove the Cursed Doll with a Command Hunting. I'm pretty sure that would work just right. Ooh, but the Ambush Vine's going to prevent the Command Hunting from activating. So that's a bit awkward now for Aria. Nguyen, hello, welcome. Out comes the Dark Ice Spear, that of course is going to activate the Cursed Doll. The Ambush Vine goes down and the Hidden Spider comes out. The Cursed Doll activates once again, so that's 4 damage that the Cursed Doll has done to Aria. And that's going to be a further 4 damage from the Hidden Spider as well. So Naomi's in a fairly good position here. Really does want to get rid of that Crusader though. You don't want to leave that out on the field constantly generating. So a surprise attack would be nice. Goes for Rise of the People instead. Interesting choice. and charge. So now Noemi is ready to level up to 3. Aria's not quite there and isn't going to be able to level up to 3 this turn, so Noemi's going to take the lead there. Aria performs a charge and drops Windblade Taeon in front of the hidden spider, which kills it and moves in front of the citizen. The hidden suspicious peddler continues to hammer into that cursed doll, which continues to deal 2 damage. And now it is Noemi's turn. Once again, really want to remove that Crusader if at all possible. Goes for the level up. And the charge. Okay, gonna let the citizen die to the Crusader, possibly, is the thinking, and then remove the Crusader. Windblade Taeon kills the citizen, gives Noemi back, what was that, 1 light at that level, and moves over to the left. Aria's turn, the Windblade Taeon's going to get through, the Suspicious Peddler's going to keep chipping away. Out comes the Watcher of the Forest Genie, so Noemi's going to need to remove that with a nature spell. So if he has Command Hunting, then that's no problem. But does he? No, out comes the Ambush Vine. Okay, well that'll also work. Ambush rather, not Ambush Vine. So Ambush kills everything except for the Suspicious Peddler, which of course works out really well for Noemi because that's just going to keep hammering into the Cursed Doll. And goes for a double charge. Alright, so Aria's turn, 5 cards in the grave, so 7 cards in hand. Out comes Lorna, answered once again by that Ambush Vine, which is getting very expensive at this point. The Ambush Vine will kill the Lorna, but because of Lorna's ability, she won't gain any extra grave cost. But the cursed Command Hunting, rather, sorry, comes out, it looks like, and takes care of the Ambush Vine. So, Noemi's turn. The Ornate Cursed Doll is going to come out in front of Lorna. Now, Lorna could hammer through that in, what is that, 19, so 3 turns. Out comes the Arrow of Revenge because Aria's got 6 cards in the grave. And now Aria's in a bit of an awkward situation here. Revives from the grave, that's going to cause 6. So with the Cursed Dolls, they're going to be doing, I think, 5 all combined. Yep, 5 damage all combined. So this is going to be awkward since Aria knows that his opponent has an Arrow of Revenge. Out comes the surprise attack. That's going to finally kill that Cursed Doll. Does deal its 2 damage, of course. And the Suspicious Peddler deals 3 against Noemi. Now, Noemi doesn't really need to do anything at this point. Can just triple charge, get ready for the for an Arrow of Revenge on his next turn. Because I don't think Aria has anything that can remove the Cursed Doll without activating its ability, and once Aria's HP is down below 4, the Arrow of Revenge is guaranteed kill. Pretty sure the Arrow of Revenge is still 3 at this level. So an Arrow of Revenge of his own comes out, that's going to activate the Hidden Spider, which is yet more fatal damage ready to go. The Suspicious Peddler hits into Noemi, the Cursed Doll activates its effect, and now all Noemi needs to do is revive from the grave and cast the Arrow of Revenge, or just cast it straight up, there we go. And down goes Aria. So congratulations to Noemi, well played to Aria there. Very, very interesting decks on both sides. A double Ornate Cursed Doll, and no Cursed Painter, which is quite interesting. Normally when you see the Cursed Doll decks, for these fun decks, you see a Cursed Painter alongside them. But yeah, it's very cool. Okay, sorry. Evil Bard, did I miss anything? You missed a very cool fight between Kenji and Kirito, both using very weird decks. You were there in time for Noemi versus Arias, though. Hertobirken and Evil Bard, yep, both of you guys can fight. So let's say Hertobirken versus Evil Bard. Alright, please make sure you guys have each other added as friends. Next up is going to be Eric Daniel Cloud N versus It's Alexis. So I do have It's Alexis on my friends list, which is good. So, what is it, Cloud N? So, facing forward, Cloud N. I think it's facing more forward than backwards. So, what did I say? Cloud N, because he comes before I. Cloud N, please send a battle request to It's Alexis. Cloud N, please send the battle request. Aria, you want to battle again? Well, do you want to battle again in a newbie fight or in a non-newbie fight? Because if you'd like to battle in a newbie fight specifically, then you're going to have to find someone to fight. Eric Daniel, Alexis hasn't answered your friend request yet. Okay, so Alexis, you need to add Cloud N to your friends list. And if you are added, then you also need to accept the battle request. I'll just keep doing this refreshing thing. Oh, dual links. Why is your PvP system not in here? Aria, wacky fight, if you want to call it like that. What do you mean? You don't necessarily care about newbie fight, but you would be interested in a wacky fight? Fair enough. If so, then announce that, and if anybody wants to get involved in wacky battles. Okay, so Alexis and Cloudin are added. Rai Senpai, hola! Hola, amigo. Ça va? I know I switched to a different language, but, you know, run with it. Okay, so Eric apparently hasn't accepted the friend request from Alexis. So, Cloudin and Alexis, please add each other as friends. But I still haven't finished testing my deck, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Once again, for everyone getting involved in the sub-battles, we're moving away from the... Oh, good, they're transitioning. We're moving away from sort of like heavy meta decks, you know, Fabicia, Materio, Lilith, Magician Marsfield, that kind of thing. We're trying to go for some unusual stuff. Ah, excellent. Both players running very unusual heroes here. Okay, so Cloudin running the Cheshire hero, and it's Alexis running the... I actually don't remember her name, hero. Alexis going for a double color, no mutants. Cloudin, triple color, 1 mutant. Okay, so a discard from its Alexis, which is quite interesting, and it's Cloudin's turn. Kirito Marksman up for the second round. Okay, I will write you down. Kirito. Out comes a Grave Rat. I do have a special place in my heart for Grave Rats. My first top 10 deck ever ran a Grave Rat. Yay, Grave Rats. They are quite irritating for your opponent to... well, it's not that they're irritating. They are a must-kill for your opponent. So, I mean, obviously they're not brilliant these days. But you can certainly make them work. Out comes another Grave Rat. I was going to say we're going to see a Spray Rats deck, but Spray Rats is what? Gold and dark, I think? Leech. Cloudin wins by decision. Well, because he's using the Cheshire hero. Okay, so the Grave Rat attacks, which drops Cloudin's resources by 1, and it's Alexis's HP by 1. Out comes a Goblin Chieftain, which is... Okay, I'll do the formation move to east. Quite interesting. Which unfortunately for Alexis does not work out well for that Grave Rat. The Goblin is never summoned in front of it nevertheless. A bit of a shame there. The Grave Rat really, you know, had a 33% chance there of the Goblin being summoned in front of it, and that's the way that it goes. Out comes the Holy Spear. Goodbye to the Goblin Chieftain, as well as the Grave Rat, of course. Now, Alexis is going to be worried about whether or not Cloudin's going to be bringing an Orperia, because with Light and Dark, either one of those could be an Orperia. Out comes another Grave Rat, and it is Cloudin's turn. At least Cheshire plus mutant. There's the Orperia. Okay. Alright, your mushroom versus my mushroom. How about that, Kirito? You could have a mushroom fight. Alright, I'll put down Kirito versus Aria, and you guys can have a mushroom fight. Alright, may the best mushroom win. Out comes a paralyzing bullet, and away we go. Alright, so Alexis in an awkward situation here now. These res decks, of course, very unpleasant to have to deal with. They suffer greatly when you're faced against an L hero, but Alexis is using the female hero whose name I can't remember. Somebody tell me what her name is. I cannot remember it for the life of me. And Alexis goes for the forfeit. So unfortunate there. I would have liked that to have gone on a bit longer so that we could have seen what Alexis's plan was with those Grave Rats. But as it was, congrats to Eric Daniel, and well played there to Alexis. Okay, yeah, those newbie res decks completely shut down by L and things like that, but yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so up next is Kenji versus Soongawky. Noob fight, apparently. So Kenji versus Soongawky. Soongawky's going to be apparently trying out a Tyron deck, and Kenji's going to be using a newbie deck. Alright, so Kenji versus Soongawky. Make sure you guys have added each other as buddies. And then I'll spin the duck. Alright, face forward. So Kenji, please send a battle request to Soongawky. Evil Bard. Perfect, just fix my deck. Okie dokie. Maybe. Okay. Alright, so Soongawky's ID is Soongawky. So Kenji and Soongawky add each other as friends, and then Kenji send the battle request. Kenji send the battle request. And you are online good, so that's all right. Eric, didn't work. What didn't work? I actually have Soongawky on my friends list as well. That's all. Soongawky, S is capitalized, yeah. Okay, no problem. So, Kenji, whenever you're ready. There's Soongawky's ID up at the top of the screen there. Soonggaki. And we'll just wait for this to happen. Kutags, who know Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus. Yeah, I think all of us know Pegasus. Very, very good player. Level 90. He's on my friends list. He's level 90. Soongawky, what is Kenji's ID? That's Kenji's ID there. It's KENGI08. Ivbard, when is my fight? Your fight is immediately after this one. I want to test it for one match if I can. It's immediately after this, but Kenji does not seem to be responding to anybody right now, so I don't know. Eric, what I attempted didn't work. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it worked in that you won, right? Kutags, I fight him. Oh, no, Kenji's already added him, so they're transitioning. Good, good. All right, but Kutags, if you want to fight, I'll write you down. Kutags versus somebody. And the battle has begun. Alrighty, so Kenji up at the top, no mutants. El Hero, Soongawky down the bottom with, it was 2 mutants and the Fene Hero, and then Fene's ability activated, which dropped her HP by a further 1. Both players are running Nature and Light, so let's see what happens here. Out comes a newbie duelist, so a very aggro-centric play there from Soongawky. Kenji has no easy answers to the newbie duelist. Going to basically be forced to respond with a, well, I was going to say something like a surprise attack, but no, apparently we're going to see Jerna's astronomical clock. Hunt comes out, takes care of Jerna's clock, and the newbie duelist hits through into Kenji. Fireball comes out, that's going to deal with that newbie duelist. Evil Bard, I want to see Kenji versus Karma. Kutags, IGN, Nesk. NESK, okay. So we have nobody signed up to fight you just yet, but when they do. Eric, oh yes, I'm happy. I'll explain it later. Okie doke. Oh, cool. Out comes a marionette. Very, very interesting to see. Generally, you don't see people playing standard marionettes. You see them obviously being summoned by Zad Felish, but you don't tend to see them being run individually. So, out comes the marionette. Out comes the surprise attack. Goodbye to the marionette. Another newbie duelist comes out, and Witch Cheshire is now out onto the field. Okay, so Kenji, well, I wouldn't say an awkward situation, but not a super easy one. Let's put it that way. You could play a creature into a command hunting or something like that, but tricky. I mean, almost no light. Not enough light to summon anything at this point, I wouldn't say, unless you've got... Well, it's got a light elf, but it's supposed to be a newbie deck, so I would assume not. Not really a hell of a lot in mana either, so there's a lot in nature, but will it be enough to deal with that Cheshire? Goes for the charge, so no immediate obvious answers. Can't kill both of these guys unless he goes for an Earthquake, but again, nobody runs Earthquake. Not that it would be a great use at this time. He goes for a Revive, which is quite interesting. Gives Soongawky back a couple of creatures and takes some HP off. So, the newbie duelist and Cheshire going to attack. A discard there from Soongawky and a charge. Soongawky ready to level up. Kenji 3 XP to level up, so probably not going to make it this time. Leak Soongawky just won. Well, that was very... That's a prediction. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Saburo Sona. Hello. Hola. Out comes the surprise attack. That activates a hidden spider. So that's 8 damage going to come out onto Kenji, which will leave Soongawky with fatal damage on the field. Another newbie duelist at level 2, because you really don't want to play a newbie duelist at level 3. And that is a lot of pressure there for Kenji to deal with. He's right now, with Susanoo will go down great. But let's see. Out comes a Rainbow Dragon. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So the Rainbow is summoned on Soongawky's side of the field. But I can't see that he has anything in mana that's worthwhile there. Also, that gives +1 gold when it vanishes, and neither player has gold, so... Leak, I mean by summoning Cheshire. Oh, I see what you mean, yes. I see. Nguyen, why do you not play a game? Why don't I play? Because I've been through this before, but for people who don't know, I don't fight during these sub-battles. And that's going to be game. So congratulations there to Soongawky, and well played to Kenji. I don't know what the Rainbow Dragon was about, so I kind of wish the fight had gone on a little bit longer than that, so I could have seen what the plan was with the Rainbow Dragon. But still, good job. Yes, why don't I fight? So, because for one thing, people can already see my deck styles and battle styles in my videos. It's not that interesting seeing just more of that in the live stream. But the most important reason why I don't fight is because I really want to give other people both an opportunity to show off their own deck styles and battle styles, which is useful for people who watch, but I also want to give everybody an opportunity to play in a safe location that isn't just constantly swarmed with gimmicks and you know, Lilith and Fabricia and Materio, just a place where people can actually take fun, interesting, versatile decks and just play them and enjoy them. So that's why I don't tend to fight. That being said, if anybody challenges me to a direct fight and everybody else says, yeah, go for it, then I do. I do fight sometimes in these live streams, just not often. Pure aggro, pretty good. Kenji, I signed up for a newbie battle. I was still kind of newbie. There was nothing in there that I would say was super anti-newbie. Hello, Nisama. Wow, 30 gems. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. That's awesome. Mortal Kombat, challenging Kenji. Okay, so let's see. Right. So we need one person to fight Codex, and then that'll be the end of round 1, and then we'll start signing up people for round 2. So, sorry, my Tyron not coming up yet. Okay, what was I saying? So yes, we need to fight for somebody to fight Codex, and then we'll start at round 2, and then people like Mortal Kombat can specifically challenge Kenji and that kind of thing. But we need one more person to sign up for Codex, finish round 1, and then we'll move into round 2. Kenji, that was super aggro deck art. Yes, but I didn't say it couldn't be super aggro. I just said it had to be newbie. And, I mean, it was kind of newbie on 2 fronts, really. The first way that it was newbie is that it was a deck that a newbie would run. A new player coming from something like Magic the Gathering would probably focus on something like Newbie Duelist and go for a hyper aggro deck. Second reason it was newbie is because there was a lot of newbie duelists in it, so it kind of works there as well. And Cheshire, of course, is a very, very newbie card. You won't see that in rank 1 fights. So yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it matched the criteria of a newbie deck. It used cards that veterans wouldn't use because they're not that good, and it didn't have access to anything that a newbie wouldn't have access to, so it works out for me. Soongawky, the idea is that Cheshire turns enemies to cats and Tyron blocks cats, the Cheshire transforms. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so we still need somebody to fight Kutak. So Kenji's up for a real newbie. Don't be a sore loser, Kenji. He's up for another newbie battle, but we're going to save that for round 2. Right now, we just need somebody to fight Kutak. So anyway, but now up next is Hertobirken versus Evil Bart. Hertobirken versus Evil Bart. Aria, I'll sign you up for round 2. Okay, well, when round 2 begins, then we'll sign up people for round 2. Right now, we're just looking for somebody who's not deliberately wanting to challenge somebody in particular. We need somebody to fight Kutak. What was I saying? Yes, so Hertobirken versus Evil Bard. EFGHIJ. Okay, so Evil Bard is face forward. Face back. Okay, so Hertobirken, please send a battle request to Evil Bard. Hertobirken, send a battle request to Evil Bard. Sona, can I duel him? I want to play my husbando him. Absolutely, Sona. That sounds like a lot of fun. So, Saburo, Sona versus Codex. There we go. Rice Empire, take a look at your deck after round 1, so please be sure to repost it. Who requests? I forget who I said. Hertobirken. Hertobirken sent a battle request. Hertobirken. Okay. Ugh. Oh, sore throat. Friend request from Nesk. Yep, give me a second. Just make sure. Okay. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, if you send me a battle request during the live stream, I guarantee to add you to my friends list. Missed, unfortunately, been gone for 35 days, so I'm going to have to remove you. If you would like me to re-add you, just send me a friend request, obviously. I'll remember you and re-add you. And there you go, Nesk. So yes, if anybody wants me to add them to my friends list, send me a friend request during the live stream. If you send a friend request to me outside of a live stream, I may not accept you. Because I've got like 50 people waiting to be accepted. It's getting a bit crazy, the queue. Okay, alright, so Mortal Kombat says you're playing with me, Kenji, I'm noob. Okay, so Kenji and Mortal Kombat can have a noob fight in round 2. Just remind me about that. You guys, you are live, really? Not for me yet, but yes, good. Okay, so you're transitioning on my screen. There we go. Thank you for letting me know, though. Darcy, I'll fight Codex. Well, we've already got Saburo Sona fighting Codex, but I appreciate that you're interested in fighting, so sign up for round 2. Kenji, is it true new battle or okay new battle? Like a dog with a bone, seriously, Kenji. Alright, so Hertobirken with 5 mutants, and Evil Bart with 1 mutant. So, Hertobirken in Licht's eyes, no doubt has already won, because he's bringing 5 mutants to a fight. Suspicious Peddler comes out and is answered by a Nature Goblin Bomb Squad, which is, of course, a nice answer to the Suspicious Peddler, because it doesn't activate the Peddler's ability. Evil Bart does have Nature, though, so that Goblin Bomb Squad could be answered with a Piole, although not now, I think. I don't think he has enough for it, does he, with 3 resources. So, Evil Bart is considering. He's not ready to level up, so goes for a charge. Alright. Okay, and now comes the thing. Mortal Kombat. My record from the last 100 fights is 5 wins and 95 losses. Well, I admire your tenacity. Not many people would go through 95 losses and still continue to try, so I appreciate that kind of can-do attitude. Alright, Hertobirken charges up and skips a turn, and second turn could go for an aggro play here to really put some pressure onto Evil Bart, which is what he does. So another Suspicious Peddler comes out, and the Nature Goblin Bomb Squad continues to chip away at Evil Bart's HP. Both players running the same HP, even in terms of resources, really, but Hertobirken taking a strong lead there. In terms of EXP. Susanoo comes out, that's going to kill both of the creatures on the field, and of course gives him 2 energy back, so he's ready to go once again. Hertobirken's turn. Could see a blue spell circle coming out here. That's always a possibility. Let's find out. Ship Dr. Nature, Mana rather, interesting. Oh, okay, interesting, yeah, alright. So the Spirit of Seduction Lusalka comes out, and that snags the Susanoo. So it looks like Hertobirken's going for a, yes, that's quite interesting. It looks like it's going to be a double Lusalka deck, you have to assume. Because a Dark Lusalka, you almost never see her without a Mana Lusalka as well. So let's see how Evil Bart decides to answer this one. Projectiony, hi Ark, I got a question. When new deck video from you? I hope... Well, I'm not sure. Put it that way, I'm not sure. I could make a video about a double Lusalka deck, but I mean, the point of my videos really is for sort of newbie players. You know, it's players who are struggling to get into high gold and platinum and things like that. And the double Lusalka deck's not really a newbie-friendly deck. What I'm hoping is that my prediction about next month is going to turn out to be true, and we will get a new Mabinogi Duel booster set next month. If we can get a new booster set, then I can go back to doing videos every single week for Mabinogi Duel, because we'll have a whole new set of cards. But the meta's been stagnant for a year now, so there's not really much interest. I'm not very enthusiastic about making new videos at the moment, put it that way, because any new video I make, it's just like, well, yeah, but it's not as good as, you know, the top 5 meta cards. It doesn't really stand a chance against them, blah de blah. Nick Stalker, I Lusalka, is that like a pun of ILU? I love you, Lusalka? I Lusalka? Well, could be. Namami request for newbie battle. Okay, well, again, round 2, we'll sort all of that stuff out. Leak, only 5 mutants in a Lusalka deck. Disappointed. Yes, disappointing. Petition. Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, I would like to make videos with Mabinogi Duel again. I really, really would. But it's just, we need more cards. We need more cards that everybody has access to. So we need like a collaboration booster to come out. We need a new booster set to come out. We need just something. If there was a good PVG arena mode, then I would make deck videos for that. But the only PVG arena mode that's really worthwhile is draft, and even then it's so-so, and I can't make videos for draft decks, obviously. Alexis, yeah, I'm not waiting a month for new cards. I've spent all my fun, unfortunately. Take her all, see you in a different game, maybe. Ah, well, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are feeling the same way. There's a lot of burnout waiting for these new decks. So that's going to be 3 HP left there. Is that ship's doctor? What is he doing? Heals the ally with the lowest health. Yeah, okay. So he's just trying to heal up, but nothing's really damaged. Evil Bard's turn. You could really be using AoE right now, but I mean, short of a firewall, I don't think he has the resources for any AoE that could remove all the creatures, and even then it wouldn't remove Susanoo completely. So he's in a bit of an awkward situation here. He can't even capture the Lusalka and then use a mutant of his own to snag something back. Out comes the Nirvana and the Elf. So the Nirvana's ability is going to activate since it's level 3. It's going to start dealing some damage, but I don't think enough. 8 damage to the opponent's battlefield. So that's going to hurt, but it's not going to be enough to deal that the Susanoo. Out comes the Betrayal. Okay. That's going to attack, but it's just going to go straight back because obviously it doesn't have summoning sickness. Leak, I run 10 in mine. Yeah. Yeah, just to make people see your 15 HP and freak out. So what can I battle with my talentless Fabricia deck? I'd prefer not, but if you literally can't run any other deck, then I guess. Alright, so Hertobirken's turn, and Evil Bard's obviously not running the Fene hero, so a triple charge from Hertobirken along with a good job, sportsman-like finish there, and Susanoo lands. You can sense it, right? The power of the gods. So Susanoo lands at the finishing blow. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, so congratulations there to Hertobirken using a mutant Lusalka deck. Lots of fun, and well played to Evil Bard as well. That Susanoo snag really went for the legs there, didn't it? Okay, up next is Kirito Marksman versus Aria. Kirito versus Aria. Friend request from Cloud. I thought I had you added already, but apparently not. So I will add you now. So, I don't want to remove Volpe, but you know, it's been 30 days, so I apologize, Volpe. Once again, if you want me to re-add you, just send me a friend request, and I guarantee to, because obviously I know who you are. And Cloud N, aka Eric Daniel, there you go. Alrighty, good. Alright, Evil Bard. I don't know her ability. Oh, the Lusalka. Yeah, very few people use her, but she's a lot of fun. You do see the occasional rank 1 player running her in ranked, but yeah, she's not a common sight, certainly. Okay, so yes, let's spin the duck. Spin. Whoopsie daisy. That was exactly halfway, so let's do that again. Alright, facing more forward than backwards. So Aria, send the battle request to Kirito. Aria, send it to Kirito. Leak, it's fun really. People always get arrogant about my starting HP and end up quitting after I steal their whole battlefield. Yeah, that's always super sad. Well, I would say I have always enjoyed Lusalka, but I haven't always enjoyed Lusalka. Pre-nerf, she was a pain in the ass. Now she's fun. Alright, but still super frustrating to go up against, obviously. I mean, gut reaction is, I like it. Not 100% sure about the Forest Fire alongside the Watcher of the Forest Genie. I think Forest Fire would be better if it was a flame emission, because you don't want to kill the Watcher of the Forest Genie's traps and things like that. You got a counter summon in there, which I'm not a big fan of either. I don't really like counter summon. But, I mean, if it's working for you, sure. Personally, I'd be more likely to go for a blue spell summoning circle or something like that in there. But otherwise, yeah, I like it. Nothing there that makes me scream, must change. Where is it? Evil Bard, it says 2 turns. Yeah. It's one of those cards that the description bears very little resemblance to reality. You thought it might return, and that's why you waited. Yeah, no, I mean it's fair enough. If you've never gone up against a Lusalka before, and all you've got to go by is its description, then yeah, I mean you're kind of boned because the description is just wrong. I don't know why either. Anyway, Kirito Marksman, no mutant Skull hero versus Aria using the neutral hero, 1 mutant. They're both running living mushroom decks, by the way. This is a mushroom fight. Swat, I'm not going to sign you up because we're finishing off round 1 and then we're going to start the round 2 fights, and then I'll start signing up everybody after that. So, living mushroom. Out comes the mushroom frenzy. Now I'm pretty sure... No? Okay, I see. Alright. So that summoned the same thing as it summoned last time, a normal mushroom and a living mushroom. This time, though, Kirito Marksman did actually manage to summon one of his living mushrooms in front of an enemy creature. Out comes a Firebolt that's going to free the way for one of the living mushrooms. And the mushroom, I'm going to say the word mushroom a lot during this fight. And the mushroom begins to take down his HP. Evil Bard, can you put me up for round 2? I'm not signing anybody up for round 2 until we finish round 1. Kenji, crap bad internet, if it's my turn, just request me for a duel. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, again, I'm not signing up anybody for round 2 until round 1 is finished. Just so that we can have like a little 2-minute break. People can submit decks for review if they want, and then we'll start signing people up for round 2. Alright, so both players level up to 2, and the mushrooms continue to just chip away at each other. So the living mushroom in the middle is about to kill the living mushroom in the middle of the opponent's field, which of course will create another living mushroom. So let's see how this goes. Oh, Lychee's going to activate and going to kill them both. Okay, so interesting play there by Aria. Nicely done. A little Lychee for killing the mushroom that was weakened. And the living mushrooms continue to just chip away. Little fungus friends. Look at these faces. They're adorable. Look at those guys. So bemused. He's a mushroom holding a mushroom going, well, this is existential. Alright, Kirito Marksman's turn. 3 creatures on the battlefield. Quite easy to remove. I was going to say a Hellhound would be a nice play right about now. So there's the Hellhound. A paralyzing bullet would have been nice, but apparently doesn't have one. So never mind. That's 4 damage on Aria's side of the field and 7 on Kirito's. Both players working out quite well. There goes a Firebolt. Down goes the Hellhound. Aria playing very, very aggressively here. Using up a lot of resources, but maintaining battlefield control and an EXP lead. So Aria is ready to level up to 2. And Kirito still needs 5 XP to do the same. Out comes Susanoo, as we've seen before. Level 2. Bingo bango. Down goes Lychee. So Susanoo is going to gain an extra energy at the beginning of Kirito's turn, which is going to put him up at 2. So Aria is not going to want to play any creature, going to want to wait for Susanoo to unleash his double energy and drain himself down to 0. Okay, so now Susanoo is going to take a couple of turns to generate enough energy to start its AoE again, which gives Aria an opening. Goes for the Fiery Zealot and the Command Hunting. And I assume a charge. Yep, there we go. Charge on the 3rd action. Alright, so Kirito once again facing down the barrel of a battlefield. It's under the control of Aria, but only 1 creature, so not too threatening there. With darkness and gold, no super simple answer to the Fiery Zealot, although actually drag to hell, that'll work out fine. And a Resurrection, which does hurt, and then a charge, which unfortunately for Kirito does not go into nature, so it doesn't give him back any HP. Evil Bard Piole would be nice. Yeah. People are trying more unusual stuff now, so I think we've only seen 1 Piole so far, which is nice. Forest Keeper Imp comes out into the middle of the field, which is thematically consistent. A Forest Keeper Imp along with some living mushrooms, I can see that. And Kirito's turn once again, who can't quite seem to get the tempo back, although he is doing well for resources. Neiltan, deck code. Okay, we'll take a look at just, we've got this fight, and then we've got Kutax versus Saburo Sona. So remind me of your deck code after the Kutax versus Saburo Sona fight, and we'll take a look at people's decks before moving into round 2. Kirito giving this a lot of thought. Once again, a lot of resources into gold and dark, but almost nothing into nature, so you can't go for simple plays like command hunting and things like that. Goes for charge on the 1st turn, charge on the 2nd, and that one does go into nature, which gives him back a little bit of HP. And Grow Mushroom. Ooh, unfortunately for him, a mushroom appears in front of the Forest Keeper Imp rather than a toadstool. That's not ideal, but so it goes. Mushrooms are growing on the battlefield. It is becoming peaceful. Never actually read that before. It is becoming peaceful. That was pretty cool. Okay, Aria charges up. Gains some HP back thanks to Skull's ability, charges up again on the 2nd action, and charges on his 3rd action as well. Okay, so going to hit into the mushroom, which is going to buff up the HP and attack of the Forest Keeper Imp, putting him at very respectable 11-10 there. Kirito Marksman's turn. Let's see if he's got a plan up his sleeve. A discard into nature, so it feels like he might. Out comes Potemkin. If both sides are filled at the end of the turn, it does what now? Deals damage equal to the sum of the HP of 3 creatures to the opponent in front. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, obviously there wasn't much HP to go there. Out comes a fireball that's going to free the way for the Forest Keeper Imp to deal 11 damage, and that puts fatal damage on the board for Aria. Kirito really does need to deal with a supercharged Forest Keeper Imp who's just really hopped up on mushrooms right now. Alright, so the toadstools and mushrooms are all down at 1 HP. Out comes Ignis, who's going to do 3 mana in front again at the end of the turn. Alright, so that is going to kill the Forest Keeper Imp. There he goes. Goodbye to the Forest Keeper Imp. The mushrooms and the toadstools all go away on Aria's side of the field, and of course they're going to do the same thing on Kirito's side of the field on the next turn. So Aria could play a very aggressive creature in front of the toadstools and mushrooms and things like that, knowing that... well, just putting pressure on, I suppose. Knowing that obviously they're going to be there's going to be nothing in front of them. The beginning of next turn goes from Mushroom Explosion, boom, boom, boom. Down goes the poor woman whose name I've already forgotten. All these unusual collab cards coming out, and Kirito once again staring down the barrel of a Fiery Zealot. Out comes the Drag to Hell. Down goes the Fiery Zealot. Kirito's turn once again goes for a charge, which goes into gold. He didn't really need that. Now he's going to play something aggressive to try to seize tempo back. You know, he's going to go for Gold Rush. Okay, a big charge to the Gold Rush. He did actually manage to get a profit off that. Out comes the Arrow of Revenge, and because of the 6 cards in Kirito Marksman's grave, that is going to be the end of it. So congratulations to Aria, and well played to Kirito. Battle of the Mushrooms. Alright, next up is Codex versus Saburo Sona. So, face forward Codex. Alright, facing backwards. So, Eloni-sama, please send a battle request to Codex. Evil Bard, Lusalka looks good. I'm going to use her. Well, if you have a Dark Lusalka and a... Well, if you have a Dark Lusalka, then yeah, absolutely go for it. Because you can just buy the normal Lusalka off the cat merchant shop. So what did I say? Saburo Sona, yes. So Saburo Sona, please send a battle request to Codex. Good game, says Kirito. Sportsman-like, that's what we like to see. Debithia, some of those Blaze Blue cards are still useful. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. I mean, obviously they don't really compete in top tier meta. At the moment, but for fun decks, for interesting decks, for decks that don't need to be designed around countering the gimmick du jour, they work very well. Evil Bard, I have 2 of the dark ones from pack. Good, then excellent. So just use one of the dark ones and use a mana one, a normal mana one, and then just build around it. Bearing in mind that it's not just mutant creatures that activated, apparently it's also mutant spells, which is a weird adjustment, but sure. Nesk versus Eloni-sama. Nesk with 0 mutants goes for the Book of Knowledge. Eloni-sama 3 mutants going with the El Hero, of course, and brings out 2 else, a nature and a light. Alright, so Nesk levels up to 2 immediately. Eloni-sama not quite ready there, so we've got to go for this. That's going to be 4 damage coming out onto Nesk, but now Nesk has the opportunity to do something interesting. Out comes Magician Jur. Okay. Interesting. Can't use a Mirror of Truth, which is what you need for the magic box. Eloni-sama goes for the level up. Going to let Nesk use the Mirror of Truth. I'm not sure this is really... Yeah, there goes Mirror of Truth. It didn't work. So I'm going to allow this for now because it's not working, but technically Jur is a gimmick deck. It has a solitary win condition, so... Ugh. So, yeah, technically this is a gimmick deck and shouldn't be allowed. Kenji, is it mine and Mortal's turn? No, it's not. We haven't even signed anybody up for round 2 yet. Evil Bard, I'm only use the dark one, unfortunately. Is that bad? It's not bad. It's not the worst possible thing you could do. But you really do want to use both, because ideally what you want to do is you want to bring out normal Lusalka first. And then if your opponent captures that Lusalka, or betrays it, or does anything that you don't want them to do, you can then drop your mutant Lusalka, which will snag your original Lusalka back, and then you've got two Lusalkas out onto the field. You can play a mutant, and it'll activate twice, and you're in a really good position at that point. So double Lusalka, if you're running a Lusalka deck, double Lusalka is definitely the way to go. Mortal Kombat, who knows any shop code with Dark Lusalka on sale? I don't, but if somebody does, please let Mortal Kombat know. It does seem to be becoming something of a crowd favorite. Maybe I will create a video on it then. Alright, so Elanisama doing very well here against what is really a gimmick deck. Let's see what she decides to go for here. Levels up to 3, and it all goes into nature and then a revive. Because, yeah, you really got to make sure that's no more res shenanigans. Okay. You thought it was a bad deck sub-battle. I have no idea what gave you that impression. Literally at no point has anyone ever used those words to describe the sub-battles today. Weird, unique, unusual, not top meta threat. Does not equal bad. Unless you have a weirdly robotic binary brain. Dukdung Nguyen, someone give me code of a mushroom deck, please. Okay, well, it was Aria and Kirito are the ones who are running mushroom decks right now, so apply to them for your mushroom deck mushroom deck needs. Be aware that even those two haven't managed to get a living mushroom deck really working properly. Alright, so the Sky Dragon Spear is actually not a good thing to summon out of Jur, so this is actually working out okay for Elanisama. The thing with Sky Dragon Spear, of course, is it keeps moving in front of an enemy creature, so as long as you have an enemy creature out on the field, Sky Dragon Spear is never actually going to deal damage to the opponent. Okay, so Kenji Mortal Kombat, alert me when it's our turn and send me a battle request, yep. Alright, so Sky Dragon Spear kills the little guy, moves in front of the elf, blah de blah, no big deal. Elf Herotris is going to continue dealing damage. And it's Elanisama's turn. So let's see what she decides to go for here. Thing is, Nesk, I'm pretty sure on his next turn is going to have enough to yeah, okay. Is going to have enough to bring out a Jur and Mirror of Truth it again. Yeah, so here we go. Here goes the Jur, here comes the Mirror of Truth, which does actually activate, and this one is a Doom Machine, which is what you normally see. Out comes a surprise attack, and it is Elanisama's turn. So, nothing for capture. Not really any ability to use the Mukro Algesco right now. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Mist. So, can I assume you will be doing an SMTV Let's Play or livestream playthrough of some sort when the game comes out? Ooh, I hadn't considered that. But, that is intriguing, actually. Let me just make a note about that so I remind myself. I completely forgotten that it was coming out, much to my shame. Alright, okay, and we're back. Alright, so the Mukro Algesco has in fact activated. So that's going to be good. Well, actually, wait, no, it's not going to die. It's going to turn back to normal. But that's still going to be fatal damage coming out from the Elf Herotris and the Elf, so it works out fine. What was I saying? Kirito Marksman has posted their mushroom deck. It's not completed though, he's still working on it. Evil Bard, how much is Lusaka? I have no idea. Lol, why gimmick? Why is... I'm not sure what you're asking. Why is Nesk using a gimmick, or why is Jur considered a gimmick? Nesk, I'm sad. Sniff. And the Elf Herotris lands a finishing blow. So congratulations there to Saburo Sona. And I suppose well played to Codex, although again, Jur does technically count as gimmicks, so shouldn't really be running that. Let's see. Oh boy! Okay, so that was exciting. Alright, so done. Round two. First of all, though, Let's just quickly open up Kirito's mushroom thing, just because somebody was asking. 602 21 6F. There we go. Overwrite and share. Bingo bango. Okie dokie. There we go. All right, so that's Kirito Marksman's current Living Mushroom deck, using a lot of the BLZ heroes as well. Was that 4 of them? Nice. Nice. Okay, so yeah, blah blah. Missed SMT5 will probably come out early next year. You have plenty of time to prepare ahead of time. Okay, fair enough. Well, I will keep a little note of that. Whoosh. Okay. And Aria's mushroom deck. 602 2170. There we go. Alright, and that's Aria's mushroom deck, for those of you who would like to run Aria's variant of the mushroom deck. No BLZ heroes. Oh, no, I tell a lie. 1 BLZ hero in that one. The mushroom decks do seem to lend themselves to BLZ heroes. Saburo Sona's deck, just in case anybody's interested in what she was just running, 602 1E46. There we go. And share. Alright, so that's the double elf hero Triss, using a mana dark elf hero. Interesting, interesting. Miss, by the way, have you happened to get your hands on Nintendo Switch yet? It will be needed to play the SMT game. No, I have not. I have not. Kirito likes Aria's mushroom deck more than his own, so, you know, if you're looking for a mushroom deck, one of the mushroom users prefers the other mushroom user's deck. Take that for what you're worth, for what it's worth. Blah, 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 blah. Alrighty, next up then is, yes, if anybody has any more deck codes to post, which Neiltan does, please do. Other than that, if you want to get involved in the round 2 of the sub-battles, please let me know. 202 2169. Alright, I know a bunch of people were asking for sub-battles. I think Kenji and Mortal Kombat definitely wanted to fight each other, so I'll write you guys down. So, Neiltan, wow, weird. Yes, a bunch of unusual choices here. Turn to Frog, which you don't tend to see these days. Bodyguard, interesting. Cemetery, which is not as good as Tomb of the Solitary Man. Which Cheshire, which is interesting. Mirror Combat, you don't tend to see that very much. Counter Summon, you don't tend to see that very much. And Witch Xena, you don't tend to see that very much either. Very, very interesting deck. I wouldn't really be able to edit that into a more workable format. Personally, too many unusual choices, shall we say, for me to actually edit that. I'd end up just creating an entirely new deck. But weird. Cool, though. Alright, hold on a second. This is going by a little bit fast. Lusalka deck advice. Alright, so 602 2176. Okay, overwrite and share. Ooh, Dark Betrayal, very sexy. I don't think Animal Lover Christie is necessary. The Magic Sensing Bomb mana +1 is interesting. I won't say that it's a bad idea, but it's certainly interesting. Hermit Share is a good idea. You do tend to want a Hermit Share. Not every single card, I hasten to add, in a Lusalka deck really needs to be mutant. The Light Command Hunting -1, I wouldn't go for that if I were you. Just switch that out for a surprise attack. Then you'd need, what, a 2-star mutant. Yeah. You don't really want to double up. You've got 2 0-star mutants. In fact, you've got 3 0-star, 4 0-star mutants. Don't double up on those. Make sure you have 1 mutant for like 0, 2, 3, and 4, and then maybe 1 more mutant in there to round the whole thing out. But try not to double up on these. Especially something like Magic Missile is not great because you're going to tend to use a Magic Missile fairly early on, and it's a targeted attack. You don't really want to hit the one creature that your opponent summoned, because then it's summoned onto your side of the battlefield, but then it's weaker. Generally, the mutants you want to use are creatures, because that helps to fill up your battlefield a lot better. The Arrow of Revenge mana is a good idea, though. You could keep that one. If I was going to recommend keeping any 0-star mutant, the Arrow of Revenge would be that one. But by and large, the mutants you want tend to be creatures, just because that, more battlefield. More battlefield presence. But, yeah, it's a good start, certainly. And again, double Lusalka, which you really do want. If you're running a Lusalka deck, really should be running 2 Lusalkas. Leech, I need a dark eagle-like creature. Closest to it is Eyeless Marionette. There is a Blaze Blue darkness creature that kind of works like that. Who is it? Not Ignis. Who is it? Do I not have her? No, I may not have her. I'm pretty sure it's Blaze Blue. That may not even be Blaze Blue. Maybe GGR. I really don't know. There is a collaboration card that kind of sort of works a bit like a mutant. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Mist, did you hear about the new Pokemon game that's been announced? I haven't actually heard about that. No. Is that just been announced in E3? I have not been keeping up with E3. About how much is Dark Capture? Used to be super expensive. Now it's much less so because a lot of people got it for free. George is looking at Alex past video. Still laughing at our slab battle. I do enjoy that very much. Okay, hold on. Yeah, a lot of people signing up. So, I cracked up a lodging swap. Yep. 2-star Eagle White. We're looking for a cheap one. Tricky. Okay, here we go. I finally reached the bottom of the thing. Alright, not looking for advice. The deck works well already. It's fine. Okay, alright, so yes, anyway, round 2. Let's start the sign-ups properly then for round 2, because I got completely distracted by that. So first up is going to be Mortal Kombat versus Kenji. So there we go. Alright, so now we're starting, we're done with the deck analysis. If you would like to get involved in round 2 sub-battles, post your in-game name now. Whew. Okay. Alright, so looks like a lot of people keying in. Let's see. Alright, so SWAT versus Saburo Sona. Pajechani. On hello. Pajechani. There we go. George, okay. Chinami. Yes, I could never pronounce that one correctly. Alright, so Pajechani versus Chinami. So Saosin 0, obviously. Alright. Aria's okay, well, we'll sign you up because someone's already signed up. Okay, so Aria versus Kirito. You guys can fight each other again. Leech, wait, did you name a creature like Dark Eagle? I wasn't listening for a second to the card. Yes, there is a collaboration card that is kind of sort of like a Dark Eagle. It's more like a Dark Lin, but Lin's kind of a mana eagle. It's a card that you play it and then it deals damage at the end of the turn, so it kind of operates like an eagle. But I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. Kenji first me versus Mortal Kombat for a new battle. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna. I think we're probably ready to start round 2. Once again, remember that the sub battles these days are not top tier meta threats decks. We're going for unusual stuff, interesting stuff, fun stuff, stuff that's not the standard boring stuff that you can see in every single platinum rank 1 deck ever. So just going to try for some fun, enjoyable, interesting, weird-looking decks. Give people a chance to really spread their creative wings. Leek, I see. Okay, you could press the view all cards button and search. Yeah, well, what would I search for? I already did a search for Dark in BLZ and I couldn't find it. It's Dark in GGR and I couldn't find it, and taking too long. All right, yes, I better spin this duck, hadn't I? Wait until this loads in. Alright, so who's it? Kenji versus Mortal. So Kenji facing forward, Mortal facing back. Okay, facing forward. So Kenji, send a battle request to Mortal. In fact, actually, Kenji can't watch these, can he? So, Mortal Kombat, send a battle request to Kenji. Missed. E3 is in 8 days. Okay. The new Pokemon game is a Gen 1 reboot called Pokemon Let's Go. Actually, I did hear something about that now that you've told me the name. The game is Pokemon Go mechanics, and you're able to transfer Pokemon between the new console game and the phone game. Yes, I'd heard something vaguely about that. I have no opinion on it at the moment. I'll need to actually read up on it properly. So Persona, I want a special edition elf. There's a special edition for the Dark Elf and Dark Elf Archer, so why not for the normal elves? I don't know. That's a good question. Why not? Evil Bart, okay. Spectate, let's see. So, Evil Bart versus somebody. Alright, so Noob up at the top using the Castiff Hero. Damn you SJWs for removing my belly jiggling physics. And Kenji down at the bottom using the L Hero. Of course, I'm not sure he's aware that other heroes exist. And no mutants. So, let's see. Castiff's already beginning to talk smack. And now comes the Sad Frog. I think, what was it? Pegasus ran an interesting Angry Frog deck where he used, he was Goblin Shredder, and he put an Angry Frog, and then he put the Shredder or something in the middle, and it killed both of the Angry Frogs, and they both did their Arrow of Revenge thing for the win. It was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, so George has added Progeny. Excellent, excellent. Vertu Chinami dueling. I know, it's so surprising. Why don't you get in on this action? Alright, so the Barbarian comes out in front of the Angry Frog, which is awesome. I do like Barbarian, but, you know, really just from the PvG days. And the Angry Frog deals this little, you know, teeny tiny Arrow of Revenge thing. Out comes the Firebolt, takes care of that Barbarian. And Kenji goes for a charge on the second action. Noob's turn, and both players are running fairly evenly in terms of resources, HP, and experience at this point. So let's see. Let's see. Both players switching to a more control-based style now. The Angry Frog and Barbarian both countered, so both players just trying to maintain as much resources as possible. Nobody seems to want to play first for fear of it being countered. Discard into Darkness. Interesting. Could be a Stone Curse. You never can tell with the weird deck fights. Kenji hits level 3, the resources all go into light, which is fine, but not brilliant. Out comes the Ancient Vampire. Oh, I remember somebody asked Kenji to create an Ancient Vampire for this live stream. I forgot, I assume he did as well. And out comes the Vampire Bat. Out comes the Earthquake. Huzzah! Kenji apparently taking my words to heart when I say that nobody ever runs Earthquake. And down goes the Ancient Vampire and the Vampire Bat, of course. Alright, let's see. So, Kenji goes for a charge and another charge. It's all going to light for him, which, I mean, who knows? If he has a big light finisher, that may work out quite well, but otherwise, I would imagine he's probably wishing that it wouldn't go that way. So, Noob goes for a Revive at level 2, which is dangerous, especially when you're going up against an L, and goes for a charge. Kenji follows the pattern, goes for a charge, another charge, and a final charge. What a huge surprise. Alright, Noob's turn, and are we going to see a whole bunch more charges? Who knows? Maybe. I don't think we've seen any sort of... Another discard into Darkness. I don't think we've seen any obvious sort of synergies or patterns coming out here. Kenji's only used 3 cards so far. Noob's not used that many. Tiger coming out, which is a weird choice, given that there's no creatures actually out onto the battlefield, so Tiger's ability isn't going to activate. And an Alpaca comes out in front of the Tiger, which is odd, but okie dokie. Let's see. I mean... Yeah, I really have no idea actually what's going to happen here. Oh, out comes Mean Mage Lily. Huzzah! Mean Mage Lily deck. If Moth was still around, he'd be so happy. He was a big fan of the Mean Mage Lilies back in the day. So, Flame Mission comes out. That's going to take care of the Alpaca and the Mean Mage Lily. Nice counter there by Noob, and that frees up the Tiger to deal 8 damage to Kenji, which is going to balance out the HP a lot more. Almost certainly going to go for a double charge now. No real reason to do anything else. He's got to be worried about a Holy Spear or something like that. So, don't really want to flood the battlefield and give Kenji more value for his removals. Although, I tell a lie, out comes the Ancient Vampire. And away he goes. Alright, so at the end of the turn drains... Oh yes, he has no enemies, so he's not going to summon an Ancient Vampire. He's not going to summon a Vampire Bat, rather, because there's no enemies on the battlefield. Wah wah. So the Tiger goes bye-byes, and the Ancient Vampire removes its own HP, and summons a vampire bat. Noob's charging up on his first action, second action charge, second action charge, which goes into darkness, which is quite nice for him, balances things out a little bit better. And a third charge, I assume. No real reason to do anything else, although, okay, going for a very aggressive play there with Barbarian. Now, if Kenji does have a Holy Spear, this would be an excellent time to use it. But he may not. The Earthquake may be the extent of his AoE removals. Not really generally worth running 2 AoEs. Just anytime I see that much light resources, I worry. I discard into the grave a level up, or a revive rather, and then an Earthquake. Alright, so not super duper value for Kenji there, given the number of actions that he had to perform and the grave cost that he racked up and all the rest of it, but it did at least free up the battlefield so that Noob can't land any extra damage on him. Soongawky, it hurts when your powerful allies get beaten up by a spell. Yes, yes it does. Projectionally, I will use kind of good deck, so keep that in mind, Chinami. Out comes white now and a clone creature. Interesting, okay. And an alpaca. Alright, because, you know, that's really what you want to be revived as an alpaca. Okay. Aria, let me show you my masterpiece, my own Mean Mage Lily deck. You're going to compete with Kengi's Mean Mage Lily deck, are you? Maybe you and Kengi can have a Mean Mage fight. George, oh my god, no! Yes. Good grief. I know Noob's just sort of sitting there going, wait, what? So that's 9 damage. She's facing down the... Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Death Ray is going to come out. That's going to start activating the various now abilities. Going to drain a lot of their energy, but... because they keep getting revived, it replenishes their energy. I forgot about that. So, in the end, that didn't really do anything. Each white now dropped their energy by 1, and the alpaca is still out on the field. Is anyone excited for Fire Emblem 16 to get announced? With the success of Echoes, might be a more traditional Fire Emblem. Could be. Could be. I think my brother's probably more excited about it than anything else, because he's in Japan and he speaks Japanese quite well. So he gets the... interesting, a Gold Tiger +1, which does nerf those two. He gets the Fire Emblems that aren't censored by the West. And where's the Samurai Duck? Samurai Duck is right here. Samurai Duck is never far. Quack, quack. There really needs to be... I mean, there's a Witch Cheshire for cats. There's a Mean Mage Lily for alpacas. There really needs to be ducks. There really needs to be a mage for ducks. Log Trap comes out, and that's going to take care of that. Penguin. Adorable Penguin is adorable. I love Penguin. I wish I had better stats, because I really do adore the Penguin. Just for his description, if you pop it open, the little thing, the little scroll down at the bottom starts going on about how adorable penguin is adorable. You probably will win, because your opponent will feel bad about killing such an adorable penguin. Alright, so Noob is actually managing to shut down Kengi's battlefield, which is very, very interesting. So none of Kengi's creatures can fight. He's only got 1 slot free on the battlefield that can actually... you can place a creature into. So yeah, interesting. Not much point in killing these nows, I have to admit. Really, if I was in Noob's... Well, I mean, if I had to suggest somebody... oh, in fact, that was Kenji who killed his own now. Again, that was kind of a weird choice, actually. I thought that was Noob who was doing it. Kenji killed his own now in order to just get 1 energy back? Huh. Oh no, in order to get his attack value back as well. Still, though... Surprise attack just to get 4 damage out onto the battlefield. Risky. Very, very risky. Although if Noob had anything that could actually counter these nows, he probably would have used it by now. So, you play dirty. Okay. Miss, the only censored Fire Emblem was 15. No one was happy about it. I mean, well, it depends on the definition of censored, because a lot of... There was... one of them was just outright censored. Another one had like an entire mechanic removed. Another one had stuff happening. I think almost all Fire Emblems, to my knowledge, have had a slight censorship in the outfits have been changed. There was one Fire Emblem that had DLC, which was like swimsuit outfits or something like that, and the Western swimsuit versions were nerfed. So stuff like that. I mean, it's not a big deal. But yes. Evil Bard, Arc, you think Dark Capture or Lusalka plus Mutant Lorna? If you're using Lusalka, go Lusalka and Mutant Lorna. If you're going for a normal deck, then Dark Capture is fine. George, still drinking the famous Arc juice? Absolutely. This is a very weird fight. This is a very, very weird fight. Soongawky, you need my Cheshire there. Yeah, that would actually help. But Mean Mage Lily is going to transform one of those creatures into an alpaca, so that's quite nice. Sebastian, hi, welcome. Alright, is that a Mean Mage Lily deck or is it a Now deck? It's both. A lot of discards there from Kenji's side of the field. A lot of these sort of low attack value creatures, which you have to assume Kenji's got a plan for. I mean, no, because it wouldn't be Survival of the Fittest or anything like that. I mean, it might be Rage of Nature he's saving up for. But even then, I mean, that just doubles it, doesn't it? So you go from 1 attack value to 2. So, not really sure what the plan is. Shame for stating Mean Mage Elite. Okay, well, the Death Ray killed 2 of Noob Zone creatures, which isn't great. Killed the Penguin twice, which just seems personal. Missed. Again, that was all 15. Was it? That doesn't seem very likely to me at all. But, well, you seem to know more about it than I do, so I'll bow to your knowledge. Virtue, Double Tiger! Lol. I know, if it wasn't for those White Nows, that Double Tiger thing would be really doing a lot of work. But the White Now into Clone spell is working out really well for Kenji. Miss. I got rid of petting, removed dialogue, censored outfits, and edited scenes. Fair enough. Maybe it was just because I heard about it over a period of years that I associated it with different Fire Emblem games. Alright, so Noob is charging up, but I think this is going to be a triple charge sportsman-like finish. And it looks like the adorable penguin may land a finishing blow. He's going to kill his own creature. Fair enough. Kenji goes for an... What is happening? Why is he doing this? Why is he killing his own? Why did he kill his own guys? He had fatal damage. This is so weird. I do not understand what is happening here. Mohammed, Arcadean is back. I guess the old MD players are coming back. I've actually been back for a few months now. But yes, it was the Mabinogi Duel players dragged me back, kicking and screaming. I said, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And they said, you must. And then they applied torture. So, you know. I'm overstating it. But yes, by popular demand, I've been back for a few months. Now comes a forest fire. I do not know what everybody's doing. This all seems so unnecessary. Alright, Kenji, stop killing your own guys and just land a finishing blow. Missed. I'm not going back until Lilith is dead. Yup, and that would be nice. Basically, we're just hoping for the new booster pack to come out next month. That's it. I mean, if we can just get a new booster pack out, get some new cards, get some more strategies, some more tactics, shake up the meta a little bit, but... yeah, until then, I don't blame people who don't want to come back. Alright, so congratulations to Kenji there, and very well played to Mortal. That Double Tiger deck was really surprisingly effective shutdown. But those nows were problematic, shall we put it that way. George, wasn't Lilith worth 2 to 3 billion back then? I mean, she was worth, I don't know exactly how much, possibly, but yeah, a hell of a lot when she first came out. Now, of course, she's not. You pick her up for like 120,000, something like. But yeah, she used to be really expensive now, but not so much. Really used to be really expensive, but not so much now. All right, so up next is SWAT versus Elonisama. So, we're still waiting, well, not waiting, but we still need one more person to round out round 2, so the Evil Bard has somebody to fight. Oh, and I better spin. Missed. She worth is a chicken sandwich. She's worth a chicken sandwich. Okay, so that's backwards, so... what is that? It's Karma versus Elonisama, so, pardon me, Karma, send, yes, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, yes, so Karma, send a battle request, please. It is really hot in here. No, her worth is a chicken sandwich. Okay, it's still a weird way of saying it, but sure. Yeah, she's you can buy her for a song right now, which is one of the reasons why she's so prevalent. Mohammed, not many players streaming good content of Mabinogi Duel. I'm silently following my vids for 1 to 2 years back. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Heart from me and a squeak from Samurai Quack. There you go. Mortal Kombat. I've never seen this card before. What reviving? Yeah, it's white now. She was only ever seen in the original Gates of Hell decks. That was where you used to see her all the time. 2 white nows, and then like Doom Machine finale and stuff like that. Yeah, you generally don't see her. I mean, you don't see her at all these days, and you generally, even when you do see her, you don't see her outside of Gates of Hell. So that clone spell into the white now is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Boom. Kenji lol, sorry, it's a shameful deck. It was a very, very interesting deck. Very interesting deck. George, so hard to earn gold nowadays. It can be. Yeah, you really need a knowledge of the market. And a lot of people just can't be bothered with that. Karma up at the top with 1 mutant. Elonisama down at the bottom with 1 mutant. Elonisama using the L hero, of course. And Karma using... I can never remember her name. I always want to call her Lufencia, but I'm pretty sure it's not her name. Milward, who wants to buy my Lusaka for 800,000? Well, if anybody does, you know who to go to. Out comes the Tokaka, so a hyper aggro deck from Karma, it looks like. Eric, I would like to fight, but I don't have that kind of fun decks. I'd love to, though. Well, that's fine. You can fight Evil Bard. I mean, you don't need... The point of encouraging fun, original, and weird decks is not to discourage anybody who doesn't have that number of cards from playing. Basically, it's just that the idea is that these sub-battles used to be a place where you could play fun decks. You know, you really like Cheshire, you just want to play Cheshire, so the sub-battles are a place where you can just play Cheshire. You don't need to worry about gimmicks, you don't need to worry about, you know, top-tier, borderline broken cards. You can just have fun playing a fun deck against another fun deck. No big deal. So you don't need to be running something super weird. I'm not trying to exclude people by encouraging fun decks. Okay, Evil Bard, 680,000 then, auction time. Okay. Missed, anyone else feel weird about all the adult games coming to the Nintendo Switch? They bought that one fetish game to the English eShop. It's certainly weird from a company that's always kind of put itself forward as, you know, big family-friendly, ages 4 and up kind of games, but hey. Wider variety of games is always good. Increased customer choice, increases indie developer income, yada yada. So it is odd, though, admittedly, yes. It's like, you know, watching a porn video and finding out that it was produced by Fisher-Price or Hasbro or something. Alright, so some weird stuff happening here. Elonisam are running a bunch of Xenas, it looks like, which is pretty cool. Both players remarkably low on resources here. The other Xena that was captured is going down. That leaves the Golden Bomb Squad that's not quite fatal damage, and Karma obviously can't be running a... Oh, goes for the slap. Okay, and that is, of course, going to be a game. Alrighty, so that was a very quick one. Elonisam running a double Xena deck, which is pretty cool. And Karma running a bit of a hodgepodge. But it worked out. So, congratulations to Karma, and well played to Saburo. Up next is Saosin versus Chinami. Saosin 0 versus Chinami. So, QRST. So, face forward Saosin, face backward Chinami. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, it's up on its tail this time. Really should have like a separate camera for this. Alright, it's more facing towards me than anything else. So what I say, QRST. So Chinami, send a battle request to Saosin. Chinami, send a battle request to Saosin. Nintendo started as a love hotel, and now they're going back to their roots. They didn't start as a love hotel. They started out as a playing card manufacturer, I'm pretty sure. Eric Daniel. Well then, well thank you then. Evil Bard, you me sub battles right now. Yes, okay. So I've well not right now, but yes, I have I've signed you guys up. Evil Bard, like Disney making horror films. Oh wait, they've been doing that since the beginning. Yes, okay. So it looks like it might be transitioning. Okay, here we are. Boom, 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 boom. Original Jurassic Park music, still the best. Dun, 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 dun. Chinami running 5 mutants, mana and darkness. So we're going to see a Lusalka here. Could be. Saosin 0 down at the bottom with you can see the deck. So yeah. don't look, basically. Saosin opens up with a newbie duelist, so a very aggro play there. Let's see what Chinami decides to do about it. Monsieur, I think Konami was playing card one. No, I'm pretty sure it's Nintendo. Pretty damn sure Nintendo started out with, like with those really old style trading, like playing cards. Kenji, you guys are gonna go. Very bad internet. Okay, wah. Sad to see you go. But thanks for stopping by. See you next live stream and in the Discord channel, of course. Alright, it's an aggro R. Okay, Light Elephant comes out in an aggressive space. The Lady Share comes out as a block to the Newbie Duelist, which is an interesting choice there by Chinami. Evil Bot, but aggro is newbie style. Yes, aggro is pretty newbie style. Right now, anyway. I mean, there are more veteran style newbie styles. There are more veteran style aggro decks, I should say. Those are the ones that tend to use stuff like, you know, Taukaka and Rise of the People, Shipwreck Spirits to a certain extent, that kind of thing. Those are the more veteran style aggro decks. But aggro decks that just use stuff like Newbie Duelist and so on and so forth, those I still consider to be newbie decks. So we're seeing a lot of like mutant shares and things come out here. I have to assume that this does mean that there is that it is a double Lusalka deck. Unfortunately for Chinami, he's not managing to get his Lusalka out onto the field before playing these mutants. So let's see what Saosin decides to go for. Interesting, went for a removal onto the share. I mean, Chinami could be running a Vanished Thief's deck, of course. That's also a possibility. You know, light and dark, a little bit of mana for control. Could be. Missed, I hope I get my copy of the new Blaze Blue game come tomorrow. I pre-ordered the special edition for the Switch. Well, fingers crossed. Good luck to you, sir. Could never really get into fighting games. It's all that quarter, half circle, turn back, A, B, microsecond timing. Just could not get a handle on it. Okay, Outcome Seeker Nereva. I was gonna ask if you're gonna see like a Jane, but then Nereva went into the middle, so no Jane. Chinami running weird stuff here, if I'm being completely honest. Some interesting things. Blocking the Newbie Duelist with the Seeker Nereva. Saosin can't use removal spells now, or at least, you know, would have to use 2 in order to get past the Nereva. That's what it's time to go for. Evil Bard, wait, can you clone Jurgen? Yes, you can. Mohammed, can I fight? I don't think so. I think we're basically finishing up here. We've got this fight, and then 2 more fights, and that's going to take us to the end. But please stop by for the next live stream, and we'll definitely sign you up for a fight then. Okay, so the PLA comes out, deals with the share. Kenji, try clone Jurgen, Evil Bart, Infinity Jurgen. Yeah, I mean, you can clone Jurgen. I don't advise it, but if you wanted to give it a try, absolutely sure. Missed, all fighting games are becoming more accessible and accessible in each new version. More and more accessible, I assume you mean. All the new ones have auto combos and simpler inputs. Yes, I have noticed that. I do have my eye on Dragon Ball FighterZ, which does look pretty damn cool. But I really wish they would just release a demo of it somewhere where I could actually play it. So I could just double check, because you know, when the last Mortal Kombat came out, they said, oh, it's much more accessible now, and I tried it, and it really wasn't that much more accessible. So Saosin uses was that a +1 command hunting? I can't see now, but it looked like it, which, of course, you know, bounces off Nereva. Said Mohammed, how about sharing deck? Are you asking if you can share a deck? In which case, yes. If you're asking if somebody in particular can share a deck, let me know. Mortal Kombat can clone Cocoon. Actually, that's a very interesting question. What would happen if you cloned a Cocoon? Would it clone itself with the creature it was cocooning or not? Because sometimes it works out weird. If you've got Hanjo, for example, and you petrify Hanjo's log, and then you use Mirror of Truth, it will turn it into a Hanjo. It won't turn it back into a log. So... yeah, interesting. Interesting idea. Cloning a Cocoon. Okay, so this fight's still going weird. Bluesy Floozy's out onto the field. The air bomb's going to hurt Nerva a little bit and deal a little bit of damage to Chinami. Uses a potion of mana to trade darkness resources into mana. There goes the air bomb. That's going to do 3 damage to Nerva and 5 to Chinami. And that's going to be 7 damage coming out on Saosin's side if he's got enough for an Arrow of Revenge, which maybe... Yep, there we go. There goes the Arrow of Revenge, and coupled with the Bluesy Floozy, that is going to be game. So, congratulations to Saosin, and well played there to Chinami. Do let me know what deck that was, whether or not that was a Vanished Thief's Book deck or a Lusalka deck, because there was a lot of shares there. Evil Bard. It might come out as John Cena. You never know. Okay. Is that like John Cena, except he hypnotizes people and then puts them in chokehold? See how many people actually get that reference. Kakuna just keeps increasing HP over time. I can see it now. Evil Bard clone Suzanne. Oh, that's also a possibility. Yes. Alright, you could also clone the snake that splits itself. That's a lot of fun. Because then you just go split. That's enjoyable as well. Next up is Aria versus Kirito. Aria versus Kirito. So we'll spin the duck. Aria, my turn. Yes, so enthusiastic. Okay, it's kind of more towards me than anything else. So, Kirito, please send a battle request to Aria. Kirito, send a battle request. Draw! You activated my trap card. Because I'm being dubbed. I summoned my special deck. I'm pretty sure they don't summon decks though, do they? I do not watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Good game, Podgenchini, says George. Sportsman-like, even in defeat. That's what we like to see. So just waiting for Aria to pop online, and then Kirito will send a battle request. And then after that, it's going to be Evil Bart versus Cloud N. So please make sure you guys have each other added as friends, so that we're not hanging about, as our Canadian friends would say. Georgia was a Vanished Book deck. Ah, Vanished Thief deck. Okay, so in case anybody was interested, while we wait for Aria to come online, 6022187. Save, overwrite, share. There we go. Okay, yes. A deck that Lich would be proud of. Bajechny was running his current monthly deck. Very cool. Okay, good. Aria and Kirito are both online, so Kirito has sent the battle request. Perfect, 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 perfect. George, I despise that Pele card. Yes, it's not exactly a crowd favorite. People go through phases of saying, ban it! It's pointless. Ban it! It's useless. Ban it! It's terrible. Aria up at the top with 4 mutants, and the neutral hero Kirito down the bottom with 0 mutants, and the schooled hero. Looks like Kirito's letting Aria know right out of the gate that he's running his living mushroom deck. So let's see if Aria is running one in return. No, out comes the light elephant. Okie dokie. Leak, not enough shares. I see. It was not 100% shares, so obviously there weren't enough shares. Kirito goes for a gold rush, but unfortunately only gives him back the same amount of gold that he spent on casting it, so it's not so great. And down goes the living mushroom with a mana holy missile. Particularly I needed to play my Trump Carl. I didn't mean Trump card, but actually I really like the idea of a Trump Carl. I need to write a story now with a character called Trump Carl. Missed. Unnerfed cat. Yes. The Golden Garden Cat. Yes. That would be nice. That Golden Garden Cat really did open up an awful lot of deck variety. I mean, it was a card that everybody had to have, but the rest of the cards could be randomly different. Potentially otherwise I'm going to... George, how much damage does it do at level 1? It does 4 damage at level 1. 4, 5, and 6. Yep, as Virtude just said. Thank you, Berthard. Mr. Deck must have 13 shares to have enough shares. 12 shares plus the share that you printed out onto a card, cut out in the shape of a playing card, and keep in a pocket close to your heart. That's how you play a shared deck. Out comes Susanoo, which is not going to wipe the field, but it is going to clear away the Forest Keeper Imp and injure the elf. No, actually it is going to kill the elf. Of course, it is, stupidly, because of the Fiery Zealot. 666 resources on Aria's side, so obviously this is proof that he is in fact the devil, and we will have to kill him later. Capture comes out, that's going to snag the Susanoo, which is going to activate its ability at the end of the turn and kill the Fiery Zealot. Lorna comes out in an aggressive spot, because of course you don't want to put it in front of the Zealot and get it murdered by the Zealot's ability, and Susanoo kills the Fiery Zealot, so it is going to have enough energy to do another AoE attack on the following turn. Jordan, damn, still very strong. Yes, PLA is a very, very good card. Mortal Kombat, down goes the, yeah, okay, bye-bye. Arcadean, I got one very cool save replay. Can I somehow share it to you? Yes, I assume that it's on your phone, in which case, just download a like screen recorder or something like that. It's a free application. Record it. Upload it to something like Dropbox or Google Drive or anything like that, and then share the link with me, and then I can watch it. It's rather unnecessarily complicated, but unfortunately Mabinogi Duel doesn't allow you to share your replays easily with other people. Leak 16 card decks might be a fun thing to test in Mabinogi Duel. Maybe. How comes those living mushrooms? Huzzah! I'd like. I mean, it would be interesting. Yes, absolutely. I like the way that... ooh, bad luck. He's at the right HP. I like the way the Artifact, the new Valve trading card game, is going to go with it. Because they have, you have your decks, you have a certain amount of draw, but you have no land or energy like that. But then you also have something called a gold shop. So whenever you kill an enemy creature, you get a certain amount of gold. And at any point during your turn, you can use that gold to go into the gold shop that is in the middle of the screen, and you can purchase a card to actually put it right into your hand, which you can then play. I think that's a really, really interesting idea. So you can build a deck, and if your deck has certain weaknesses, you can offset those weaknesses by using the gold shop to pull specific cards that you need into your hand. A very, very interesting idea. Kenji, what if I use Clone on Magician? Is it still summon Anna? Yes, if you use Clone on a Magician Mask field, it should resummon the Anna, because it counts as a separate summon. You remember how I summoned 2 creatures in one turn? I still don't know if they fixed the glitch yet. No, I don't remember that. I'll be honest. Alright, Forest Keeper Imp is chipping away at Kirito Marksman, but both players are running at more or less the same HP. They're both up at level 3. Aria doing a little bit better for resources. That Susanoo is causing problems for Kirito now that it's on Aria's side of the field. Mist, Ark, may I ask what direction you're trying to take your channel, or are you just going to do live streams only until you find something you'd like? Basically, the latter. Obviously, trading card games I really, really enjoy, but the best ones right now are just out in beta, or they're not out yet, like Artifact and stuff like that. So I can't really work on that. And there hasn't really been anything released recently that I feel like I can do a proper let's play of, that people would be actually properly interested in. So we're just going to do live streams for a little bit. I mean, Friday is supposed to be my day for experimenting with games and things like that on live stream, so that we can see what kind of goes down well and what doesn't. But well, with the weather being the way that it is, amongst this being Scotland and things just falling apart around me, it's proving to be somewhat problematic to get Friday live streams up and running properly. But yes, if I can find something that I really enjoy playing, then I would probably start up, nightly live streams with that, and then if I can find something that's also interesting to other people in terms of, guide videos and things, and that, or if it's just games that people would like to see me play, then I can do let's plays. And of course, if Mabinogi Duel actually does release a new booster pack finally next month, then I can start releasing weekly Mabinogi Duel videos again, which would be also very pleasant. So Susanoo continues to do its thing, and Kirito is not doing quite so well for HP now. Out comes that living mushroom in front of the Susanoo. That is going to kill the Susanoo. Well, actually, the Lychee's going to do that, and bingo bango. So Lorna takes a little bit of damage off that as well. Paralyzing bullet would be nice, but he doesn't have one. Uses 5 gold, and ends up with 3. Wah, wah. Miss, speaks to you after stream, might hook me up with a way to play Dragon Ball Fighters. Okay. I will endeavor to remember. I'm finding it difficult to sort of remember anything right now because it is really hot in here. But yes, if I don't remember, please remind me, and I'll get in touch with you. So Imp comes out in front of Zelorna, which can just be removed by Aria, and there he goes, bye-bye to the Imp. The Hunt comes out, Lorna's going to deal the finishing blow, and congratulations to Aria, well played to Kirito. I feel like Kirito is playing the more interesting deck, so I think we'll give Kirito the Samurai Quack of approval. There we go. Alright, so one more to go, one more fight to go. Evil Bart versus Cloud N. So let's see, let me see D. So Evil Bart facing away, Cloud N facing forwards. Oh, facing away. So Evil Bart, please send a battle request to Cloud N. Evil Bart, send the battle request. Okay. Whew, boy. Need more juice. Ugh. Oh. Alright, Eric, I'll log right now. Good, good. Okay, yep, I can see that you're online. Cloud N, who are you fighting? Evil Bart. So, both of you are online. Excellent, excellent. So, when you guys are ready. Oh, you're already transitioning. Excellent. This is what I like to see. Efficiency. It appeals to my German ancestors, of which I'm not sure I have any, but if I do, then it appeals to them. Ah, here we go. Good, good. Alright, so, spectate. Cloud N up at the top with the Cheshire Hero and 1 mutant. Evil Bart down the bottom with the 3 mutants and the Tarlac Hero. I very much enjoy the Tarlac Hero. I like him, and I wish that his ability was better. I don't know why we have heroes with like very, very powerful abilities like El and Fene. And, you know, Tarlac's ability is just utterly mediocre. It's very sad. Anyway, Command Hunting comes out. That takes care... Well, it doesn't take care of the elf, actually. No, of course it doesn't, because it deals 8 damage, not 9. That's not what I expected, says Cloud N, who has obviously slightly misread the Command Hunting. Whoops! Alright, so let's see what Cloud N decides to do here. Brings out an elf of his own, that's fair enough. Evil Bart could choose to remove that, but he may decide that it's not really worth his time. This isn't what I expected, says Cloud N. Yes, feeling a little bit off-kilter, thanks to the weirdness of the Command Hunting. Whoops! It happens. I mean, everybody's done it. Everybody's thrown out a spell and gone, oh shit, that's like 1 HP off what I need. Ah! Or they've thrown out like an icy spear onto their own side of the battlefield or something like that. Evil Bart is taking his time. He's thinking about it. Not sure if he wants to remove. He decides to go for it. That's exactly what Cloud N did. Evening the score. So that's nice. Cloud N's turn. Not ready to level up yet. So I've got to... eating my pen. Let's put that away. So yeah, it's not quite ready to level up yet. Could go for another creature in front of the elf. Could play another creature in an aggressive position, forcing Evil Bart to take the damage when he levels up. A lot of options here. Goes for the block instead. Evil Bart can choose to level up or kill the imp and deal the 2 damage. Goes for the level up, which is generally the better idea. Cloud N can now safely level up. No reason to do anything else. That will leave him with an imp on the field and tempo on, well, the tempo baton in his hand, as it were. The icy spear triggered. Yes, I do apologize. Listen, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that it is an icy spear. I mean, if you were struck by it and somebody said, is it an ice spear or is it an icy spear? They would go, look, it's both, right? It is comprised of ice and that makes it icy. Missed. Tarlac's ability could be changed to make all your actions give the same EXP as a charge and all a something or other. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of things that you could do with Tarlac's ability. I mean, you don't even need to change it drastically beyond what it already is. Opponent's actions give the same EXP as spells. Yeah, I mean, something that manipulated EXP growth would definitely, obviously, be ideal. Because we don't really have a powerful hero that does that, and that would, of course, lend itself to much more tempo-based plays as opposed to, you know, heavy gimmick style or a heavy counter gimmick style. I mean, gimmick users use Fene and non-gimmick users use L, and that's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, frankly, Tarlak's ability could be made like perfectly okay if his ability only affected himself. The problem is it affects everybody. So when he levels up, his opponent also gets an EXP boost. Now, if he got an EXP boost when his opponent leveled up, but his opponent didn't get an EXP boost when he did, that would actually be okay. That would be not a super powerful thing, not on par with L or Fene, but it would be decent. As it is, it doesn't make any difference. I mean, the only reason to use Tarlak is if you are in a major hurry to level up to 3 and you don't want to use Book of Knowledge. Duke, IC Spear. Yes. Yes, actually, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying ICY Spear. Every time somebody uses it, I'm saying, I see Spear. Thank you, Duke. Leech, many gimmickers have been using Castiff. Odd choice, but... no, it's just an odd choice, really. Okay, so now comes a Crusader in the middle of the field. Aria, be like me, use the default hero. Well, the first ever tournament, not one of mine, but the one that was actually hosted by Nexon, the winner and the semi-final guy, the guy in second place, they used neutral heroes, if I remember correctly. Certainly the guy who won used a neutral hero. So, I mean, obviously that was way back in Generation 1, but... Alright, so Dark Lusaka came out, Mutant Lorna came out, but obviously that's not a 0-star, so it doesn't drag the Crusader over. If Evilbot has a Mutant 0-star now, would be a really good time to use it, but he doesn't seem to, so there's the charge. Does he not have a 0-star, maybe? No, maybe not. Not very many mutants, actually, in this. Certainly not very many creature mutants. Interesting. Saburo Sona, or maybe his ability can be, every time your opponent does an action, you win a small amount of EXP. Yep, that would also be good. Counterspell to take care of the command hunting. Very nice. Yeah, that would also be good. I mean, the thing is, you don't... Just something that would break this perpetual, oh, they're using Fene, oh, they're using L, oh, they're using Fene, oh, they're using L. I mean, occasionally you see people running some other stuff, but by and large, just not. So Alicia comes out, refunds the Lusaka. Well, it puts the Lusaka back into the hand, but you know, because it was frozen at the time, it doesn't properly refund its cost, unfortunately. Still, that is 15 damage out onto the field on Evilbard's side, so Cloud9's not going to be feeling too comfortable about this. He can remove them with like Surprise Attack and Fireball, so I was going to say Evilbard may want to play a nature creature down there just to really put some pressure on, but he chooses not to. Crusader charges up, +2 to everything because he's at level 3. Leech, I'd have a nature desert fox just because it's adorable. Out comes a Dragon Hunter Fry, which saw a boost of popularity after our last tournament, since faded a little bit, but you are actually seeing it more now. And out comes the Imp in front of the Princess something or other Alicia. Was it Shadow Princess Alicia? Princess's Shadow Alicia. I knew I had those words in there somewhere. Alright, so the Imp, of course, is not going to actually kill the Princess's Shadow, but between all of those creatures, that is fatal damage. Out comes the Susanoo, which at level 3 should be doing enough damage. Down goes the Dragon Hunter Fry. What's it going to do? 9 damage? Yep, so that's not going to be quite enough to kill the Crusader, but it will, of course, kill the Imp and deal with the frozen creature. So that is 17 damage out onto the battlefield now, 11 damage on Cloud N's side. So Cloud N is looking down the barrel of a fatal damage there. Let's see what he decides to go for. Mist, what if they added the ability to level down in Mabinogi Duel in exchange for 5 to 7 resource boost in all resources? Would that make the game more fun? No. Because that would be... that would work out really well for gimmick users. Because nobody other than a gimmick user is going to want to level down to level 2 or level 1. Everybody else is going to need their stats to be where they are. But somebody who wants to run, you know, Parnock deck or something like that would adore that kind of ability. Level down, do your thing, and then you still have a whole bunch of resources left over. Virtue, that would boost gimmicks, yeah. Yeah. It would be a big boost to gimmicks being able to level down and gain a resource boost because of it, but it wouldn't help tempo or control, who actually do need high levels. Alright, so interesting. Evil Bard could deal fatal here if he can remove that Watcher of the Forest Genie, but it doesn't look like he can because it's just going to move and replace itself with a trap. On the other hand, if you target that spot with any removal spell, pretty much, that will free up Susanoo. If the Watcher of the Forest Genie does the 33% chance in front of the Alicia, then that won't work. So this is actually very tricky. Here we go. Discard. Is he going to do a Firebolt? No, a Magic Missile. He's going to try for it. And unfortunately for him, the Watcher of the Forest Genie did get the 33% chance. That activates, but it's not going to be enough to kill the Crusader, and the Crusader is going to deal fatal damage. If that was really down to the wire there, if the Watcher of the Forest Genie had moved into either the off-left slot or the far-right slot, Evil Bart would have won. But it got the 33% chance, jumped in front of the Princess's Shadow, and that is the win for Cloud N, right down to the wire there. Very, very close. So congratulations to Cloud N, who managed to get the victory despite his slight misplay at the beginning with the command hunting. Well played to both players there, and some fun decks. Interesting Lusalka deck there on Evil Bart's side, which didn't really feature very many mutants. Okay, but nice duels is very suited, and I agree. That was a nice duel. Okay, so that takes us actually to 2 hours précisément, which is ideal. That's absolutely perfect. So, as per usual, I'm going to drop the the invite to the Discord server in the chat, which is appearing down there now. So if you are interested in sort of having a say in what games get live streamed, or you want to get involved in tournaments, either participating or spectating, or you just want to chat or trade cards or do whatever, please stop by the Discord. It's by and large a very friendly place. You'll find a lot of helpful people. And the more people who get involved and let me know what they would like to see, obviously the better. Evil Bard, damn, I hate her, I don't know how to use her. Well, Lusalka, Lusalka needs to be on the field, and then you need to play a mutant who has the same star value as the creature you're trying to steal. If it's a Dark Lusalka, then her ability will activate as soon as she's on the field. So she's, what, 3-star, I think? 4-star? So if you play Lusalka, Mutant Lusalka, she will activate her own ability, and she will steal a 3 or 4-star creature, whatever she is. Here, I'll just quickly open this up. Lusalka. Right, there she is. So, if she's on the field, or if you play this, yeah, she's 3-star. So if she's on the field, or if she's played, she will steal any opponent creature who has a star value that is equal to the mutant card that was just played. So if your opponent has a 2-star creature on the field and you want to steal it, Lusalka needs to be out onto the field, and then you need to play a mutant 2-star creature, and that will snag your opponent's 2-star creature. That's how it works. Aria, I didn't have time to show off my Lily deck. Ah, well, no, next time. So yes, Lusalka's tricky, but it's one of the reasons why you want to have 2 Lusalkas. You want to be able to bring out the dark one or the blue one ideally first, just in case you capture shenanigans, but the Lusalka needs to be out onto the field in order to activate the ability properly. Eric, thanks for the stream once again. Argwell, thank you for stopping by and watching. I think we'll just finish up there. So once again, if you would like to get involved in the live streams in any various form, just want to play games, challenge me to fights, whatever, get involved in the Discord. That's usually where people challenge me to battles and so on and so forth. So if you want to actually fight me, that's the best place to do it. Alternatively, if you want to play games with me, or you want to vote on something for the live stream, again, that's the place to do it. Evil Bard, thanks, Ark. Night. So, hopefully I will see most of you guys in the Discord in a few minutes. For the rest of you, there will be another live stream on Friday. So please do stop by and see what we're playing. Could be Mabinogi Duel, could be something completely different. Who knows? It'll be a surprise. I will get people to vote on it, or maybe I will just commune with Samurai Quack until his squeaks make sense. Until then, as I say, see you guys in Discord or next Friday. Be good until then, guys.